Hey there, welcome to the Tranquil Shop. Apparently this is the new Tranquil chair where I work out of, because for the past couple of days I've just been sitting in this chair doing things. It is currently almost 4 o'clock, the day is almost over, but I was just very focused on working on things today. For example, I finished this beanie. I know it's black, it's going to be hard for you to see. It is a beanie, I don't want to put it on my head because it is for in order. Of course, it is not for me. However, it is very similar to this one, which is actually mine. So there you go. That's what it looks like. Woo. I also just finished another little witch hat. That's going to be kind of difficult for you to see. I found out over the weekend that some of the store settings were wrong, and they've been wrong for a few weeks. So nothing should ever be sold out on the Tranquil Shop, just in case like you happen to notice it in the future. If you ever see a listing that says sold out, it should not be. Please send me an email. But I found out, I just so happened to look at the shop and I saw that our witch hats were out of stock. And I was like, that's weird, because nothing should ever be marked as that. You should be able to buy things even if I don't physically have them, because it's just gonna take me like 5 seconds to make another one. But they were marked as things that like you can't buy right now. You just have to wait until they're back in stock. So I freaked out a little bit. I looked at all the settings for all of the newer listings, and pretty much everything in the Halloween collection that is new this year was something that I had not marked to continued selling, even if I do not have the physical inventory for. So I marked all those as like correct. Now they sell even when they're out of stock. Again, it's only going to take me like 10 seconds to create one of those items. And then I messaged every single person who has made an order since the Halloween collection has gone up. And I asked them, did you get everything that you wanted when you ordered from the shop? I just noticed that our settings were wrong, and is everything okay? And I got one message back which said that she wanted to buy a second witch hat, but she was only allowed to buy one, and she just assumed that maybe it was only one per person. I was like, no, you can buy 1,000, I don't care. So I told her that I was going to send her one for free. So I made that one. I need to go package it up and send it out later today. And now I'm going to be starting to work on another beanie. I've made the first starting bit right now. It's going to be kind of similar to this beanie, but instead of it being like round at the top, it's going to be squared at the top so that when you put it on, it looks like cat ears, basically. I don't know, I just thought it would be interesting to put in the store, so I wanted to make some of those. I have a long list behind the camera of things that I need to make that I'm like, oh boy, that's a lot. So I'm going to try this week to finish as much of those things as possible. We also have on that list the Hardigan, which I'm 75% of the way through. Maybe we will pick that up later. 104 roses. I'm not doing that this week. I've done 20 already, and I'm kind of tired of roses. Let's see what else. We have the ice cream tank top, what I called elbows are for lovers. That's a big project. It's a jacket hoodie without the hood. I can't think of the word for a sweater, but on the elbows, like instead of elbow patches, there are hearts. Elbows are for lovers. I thought it'd be cute. The rose bag, which I had created for somebody as a commission for somebody, a strawberry hat. That then, the one that I sent out to them was my second attempt at it, because as I was halfway through putting on the seeds, I realized I could do it a different way and it would be a lot easier and it would look a lot better. So I still have the first version of that I was like, if I tip this upside down and I put straps on it, it would look like a rose, and I think that'd be really cute. I have mittens. I have a scarf for myself that I want to make out of like expensive yarn, so that's the reason why it's not going to be in the store, is because it's expensive yarn, and I just don't think it would be worth it to put it in the store. Like, I don't know, that's a little bit too expensive to put the cost onto you. I have a bats commission that somebody wants. I didn't put these in order, I just kind of wrote them on the list. And then I want to do 3 different scarves with knitting to kind of teach myself how to knit. So there's a knit stitch scarf, a pearl stitch scarf, and then there's a stockinette stitch scarf. And that's everything on the list right now. So I'm hoping to get a lot of those off of the list this week, and I guess let's see how far we get in this video. Okay, so it's almost midnight, but let's talk about today, because today was certainly a day. So one of the first things that I completed crocheted for the day is another one of those hats, but instead of making the top circular, I made the top straight. This is basically just so when you put it on, you have cat ears. Vogue. I just thought it sounded super cute. I wanted one. I'll put one in the store because I'm sure other people are also going to think it's super cute. And then at 10-ish, I was like, I still feel like crocheting. Like, I still want to do things. So then I started crocheting a mitten. I know it's hard to see because it's in black, but I figured if I'm going to be making something, I'm gonna want it like for me so I can model it. And as you may or may not know, like all I wear is black. Started making myself a mitten in black, and I have realized a solid few rows into this project, I'm not a big fan of making mittens. Like, I've always thought that they were a cute idea, and with me seeing that goose mitten, which is basically like a white mitten, but the fingers are orange so that it looks like a goose, you know? I was like, that's really cute, I want to make one, but I'm not even halfway through this mitten of a single one, not even the pair, and I'm already like, I don't enjoy this. So I will be unraveling that, making something else out of that yarn. The next thing on my list of things that I wanted to make this week is titled Scarf Full of Stars, which is basically, I bought this really expensive yarn that I thought looked really pretty. It's a sparkly, I think it's mohair yarn, and I wanted to make myself a scarf, like an infinity scarf out of it. Use the sparkles as like stars, you know, so it's the scarf full of stars. Unsure right now if I want to work on that because it is like a personal project. It's not something that I'll be selling in the store because the yarn for it is really expensive. It's like $30 per, and 2 of them, I need 2 of them in order to make the scarf, so that's $60 of yarn. I think it's like too expensive for the shop. So I could work on that next because like it's getting cold outside and I do need a scarf. Or the next thing that I can work on is kind of a commission, kind of just me and a friend talking about a different version of the bats that we did for Halloween. Customizing them, could work on that, that would be nice. But as of right now, it's 12:02 a.m. and I just, like literally the only thing that I finished today was this hat. And I understand that I did a lot of things that didn't end up working out but that's still, like, I was still productive throughout the day. That is still work, even though there is no end product that is there at the end. But I'm still just like, today felt like kind of a wasted day, and like I should still continue to work on things. But it's 12 o'clock, midnight, and I have to wake up early tomorrow. Like, I have to be a person tomorrow, so. Okay, so yesterday I decided I needed a little bit of like a chill day, just like do the same thing over and over again, not really think about it. So I decided to do the scarf full of stars instead of the bats that I was talking about the last time that we talked. I'm not sure that you'll be able to see the glittery details on camera. I don't think that you will. However, I bought this yarn last year around this time, and I wanted to make a scarf out of it. And so originally I had made this, which was too wide. I didn't like it. So now I'm basically taking the yarn from this one and creating a smaller version. I'm not sure that you'll be able to like truly see how different they are. You know, it's just like a couple inches thinner than the original one was, but it was really bothering me that I made it too wide the first time. So that is what I've been doing up until this point. And eventually my plan is to make this into like an infinity scarf just for me. As I said, this yarn in particular, the really thin one, is really expensive, and not something that I would recommend going into the store, but I'm crocheting it. Can you two get away from each other? Crocheting it in this thicker yarn together. Here's a comparison between the two, if that helps. The thinner one is the sparkly one, and just making a scarf with it. Alright, so over the weekend I had a couple of thoughts that changes the way that I do videos yet again. So one thing was, just in case you don't remember this, it was a few videos ago, or if you weren't here for that video, I used to do videos where it was like a single project. This is me crocheting this item, just basically showing like the process through making it. And then I spent a couple of months where I wasn't making any videos because I was kind of tired of making videos, you know, tired of that format in particular. And then I came back, started doing these studio vlog type things. But one thing that I noticed was that a lot of people enjoy the single project videos more than they do the studio vlogs. Like, much more people enjoy the single project videos than they do the studio vlogs. So instead, I think I'm deciding, well, I have decided that instead I will be doing those single project vlogs again and showing the process of working through a single project rather than these studio vlogs. However, that does mean that I wanted to finish up the projects that I had half worked on throughout this video, and so I spent a little bit of time over the weekend, not that much, and then a bit of time today finishing up the scarf full of stars, which is, I think, the only project that I still had left to do of this week. I don't know. I'm not sure that it will be easy to see on camera that it is shiny. Probably not. All I see on camera is a void, but it is shiny, sparkly. The whole reason behind the scarf full of stars format is that I found some sparkly yarn, thought it would be nice to make a scarf out of it. Here is that scarf. It is an infinity scarf, so it's one giant tube that then put it on. Again, it probably mostly looks like a void to you, but a nice little scarf, keep my neck warm. This is something that is only for me. The sparkly yarn in this project is $15 each, and this project requires 2 of those in order to make it. So, plus the other yarn that I mixed with the sparkly yarn because it's a very thin sparkly yarn. Probably ends up being like $40 worth of yarn. And that's a lot. That's not something that I think would be in the store, simply because kind of expensive. I don't like to put expensive things in the store. However, I do still find that after making that scarf, I have a little bit of the sparkly yarn left. Again, you can't see it. It's just a void on camera. I swear, it's sparkly. Perhaps bringing it up a little bit closer, you can see some sparkles. But I do have a little bit of it left. I'm not sure what I can make with the rest of this, but I may consider putting it in the store as something that you can buy. And with me finishing that project, that is the last thing that I needed to do for this video, you know. As I said, I'm going to be switching from studio vlogs to single project vlogs instead. You guys seem to like that a little bit more, and we will see how that goes in the future. I'm going to end this video here. If you have seen anything in this video that you think is interesting, or you just want to check out all the stuff that we sell, the website is thetrinkleshop.com. You can purchase something and I will pack it up and ship it to you, as generally what happens when you purchase things online. And I hope to see you in the next video as we focus on making some custom bats. You'll have to see it.